Hello everyone, Scriptasks here, back with a self-VOD review. I just had a pretty banger of a game, felt like. So I'm at 71 LP, Diamond 4 currently. Just got a win, and I want to go over this one because I feel like there's a decent amount of learnings I can take from this. So, as you can see, the team comps right here. It was mostly just, we had two front lines essentially, if I include myself here, and then three AD threats, well, a Kale going AP, sorry. Um, and then against a team comp that was pretty much all damage. They didn't really have a frontline, dedicated frontline to their team, but they had essentially a quintet threat, quintessential threat against all of our carries. So this was a weird game because I don't really normally go Sterix third. I'm very much a proponent of going like my build being Titanic Hydra, Cleaver into Yomu. Sometimes Yomu second, but very rarely. Um, but I don't think this game really required me to go lethality. I had enough damage to really one-shot the squishies anyway, like any target that I would really go on. Like mostly Draven, Kiana, and Nico were the easiest targets for me. She did have Zonia, so it was a little tough to kill the Nico. Um, Aurora was also very tough because she can just go invis real quick or use her R to kind of bounce away. Um, but yeah, essentially anyone but Yi. Yi was building a little bit of little resistance, a little bit of HP, so it was a little tough to actually do anything to him. But if I was just peeling for Tristana mostly the game, um, and so I didn't really need a bunch of damage. I just needed survivability to be able to be a nice front line for my carries. Having Kale in the game helps as well. Um, as you can see, we didn't really have a gold lead ever in this game. So it was a really interesting game to win. I think we have plenty of things to learn from this one. So let's get right into it. Okay. So looking at the team comps, I'm thinking like I honestly was a little confused. I wasn't sure exactly where to path here because I think I could path anywhere. I mean, Jace is probably the least. I mean, well, mid lane. Mid lane has the least setup, so it's really hard to gank mid, especially Kiana with her little dashes that she can do. Um, So ganking mid is hard unless it's like kind of a counter gank, or I can see Kiana like all-inning and flashing forward, and maybe I can sneak on her. Um, and then top lane's probably, it's definitely gankable, but it's also very difficult because there's not a ton of setup with Jace, but he can follow up with me since I have the setup if I can get a good knockup. So it's definitely viable to gank top, but I'm thinking I'm just going to path top to bot here because I have a Rel Tristana. Rel Tristana is obviously really easy to gank for, and they have a ton of burst damage, ton of follow-up. We can chain CC the Draven, and this is probably going to be the most important matchup here, I guess, because, I mean, it's a Draven lane, right? Draven, Nico, they're going to be trading pretty hard. So I ended up pathing bot here. I think it was correct. Um, Let me know in the comments maybe if you don't think it's correct, but my gut instinct tells me that's correct. Let me just fast forward here. It's like, essentially, the early game came down to just people poking back and forth. Kale is actually trading really well, level 1. We spot the E here. I'm like looking mid right now. Like I was looking top and mid, and I was like maybe top is gankable, but not really. So I just leave. I'm looking mid, watching mid, watching mid. Bot's getting shoved in. That seems pretty accurate. I mean, it's Nico ranged versus a melee support rel, so they don't have a lot of threat or wave clear to the minions. So yeah, they're like trading really heavily there. Yi actually does leave his full clear to go for a gank here, which is kind of an interesting timing. I think he's probably thinking about pushing on this wave, essentially, right here, because he knows that Kale needs to. Interesting. Okay. He actually does. He's already assuming to do it. It's funny because the way he paths, right here, like he's not even clicking towards his Gromp. He doesn't even care. He wants to gank this on this wave. He's already thinking about this wave probably and wants to gank. Yeah, which is quite interesting. It's unfortunate. She does die, but it's not to the gank. He kind of wastes his time. Yana gets the kill by herself. So I think it's fine. I think Yi's kind of wasting his time. He should have just been probably clearing, honestly. Even if it's like, say, Kiana doesn't get the killer on her own, I don't know. I think it's still just very low percentage. It's just kind of coin flip. This is interesting because Tristana's pretty low. I don't know. This gank's kind of risky. I kind of knew Yi wasn't going to be here because he wanted to go back to his camps, right? So I kind of just go for this. It works out because Rel has flash. She stuns up. I get a knock up. So Draven's CC'd for the entire duration of the fight, essentially. This is greedy. I think this is probably the greediest thing. We know Yi's in the bot side because I know he pathed top to bot because when he shows in mid, we could see that he had red buff but no blue buff, and we could count his CS. So we know for a fact he's bot side. So this is kind of griefing following this, chasing this so hard and flashing for this. We get the kill, but it's super greedy. I kind of get super lucky. Because his Alpha Strike auto doesn't kill me, luckily. And that auto doesn't kill me. Like, honestly, I got super lucky. Popping the health pot was really big, and having the red buff regen, so... But it's just so risky. Like, I don't need to do this. It's kind of crazy. Like, we could just get the Draven. And I'm still, like, full HP here, so I can technically contest this crab. I don't know for a fact he's on it here, but he's either on his Gromp, right? Either on his Gromp, Blue, or Scuttle Crab. I could have went and checked, and because like he can't really fight me here, he's level 3. So, bit of a misplay, I think, there. I think what it comes down to is I need to keep remembering to look at the bigger picture. This was what happened to that one game where I had the Viego support, and it was like topside. We ended up getting a kill on Camille, which was really dope. But then like I tunneled in on the idea that Sona was walking into our face. I didn't look at the bigger picture. Like, look at the map, think about who can actually roam to this, you know? And that's the same thing here. I think is a similar mistake where it's like, sure, we killed the Draven and it's 2v3, and it's like, but I'm not thinking about, oh, can Kiana show up? Can Yi show up? And it's like, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just so tunneled in on the idea of getting the support kill. It's just not worth it. I need to really start thinking about that more and taking it more seriously because I feel like I'm going to get punished for that in one of these games again. I mean, I was punished for the Sona one. You know, LeBlanc came and killed us both, and actually ended up losing that game. And I think that was probably one of the reasons. And yeah, here, like, so we kill the Yi, but is it really worth it? I'm not sure. I kind of got bailed out by the Kale. Let's be real. I died, but like at least Kale picks up the kill and Tristana doesn't die. Again, kind of lucky that Trist didn't die. So we're just gonna clear. What do I see here? Oh yeah, I wanted to get the crab. Yeah, I was like, let me get the crab because I know Yi can't really be here. But unfortunately, Kiana takes the crab. It's freaking weird. Uh, yeah, I was like, what the heck? How did Yi get here so quickly? Maybe I should be playing with fog off. I guess I'll turn it off if it matters at some point. Oh, Draven gets a kill on Tristana. Yeah, this is interesting. So I'm doing Raptors. I could just clear down to my Krugs, finish my full clear. I could play for bot here, but like they're just full HP. I mean, we do know. Actually, Draven has both stuns at this point. He didn't flash during that one because we just chain CC'd him to death, so he still has flash, obviously. What do I see here? Interesting. I think the idea was like, okay, Kale's gonna finish this wave. These waves are gonna crash. This is where like mid laners want to fight, especially since it's like 550. We know Kiana is ult. Kale's gonna have ult very soon. Oh, I guess not. Wow. So this is kind of griefing. I didn't know if Kale was gonna be level 6 soon. She should be technically, because mid laners usually get their ults around 5 minutes and 30 seconds to 6 minutes, as long as they're clearing waves. But Kale is roaming a lot, to be fair. Early game she did that roam bot lane, which so she actually got behind in XP because of that. So I was looking to wait to see if Kiana shows up, but she doesn't. She doesn't show up on the wave, so I leave. Tristana dies from an all-in. I think I can kill because I have Rel here. I mean, if Rel can get a stun on Draven, he just dies again, right? So that's why I kind of come down, but then it was warded. Unfortunate. Can't believe I still go for this. Let's go get the kill. It's just risky, man. Like, I don't know. This is like kind of all super risky. Kind of works out because I have Rel. I think like the reason I take these risks though is because I have Rel. Rel's such a freaking strong champion, especially paired with Rek'Sai. We can chain see somebody like crazy. This is greedy by the Tristana because we did see the missing pings from Kayle. We know that Qiyana can roam for this. Yeah, unfortunate. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the better play here is probably if I get spotted by this ward, I should just. We still didn't see Qiyana if she showed up or not because Kayle was just finishing this wave. We actually have no idea where Qiyana is. I think this is really greedy. I should be clearing this ward and then just going back to my Krugs probably, or maybe trying to just pick up the wave. Yeah, this is really greedy because Qiyana could have been here, technically speaking, because we haven't seen her yet until just now. Just back because I have 1300 gold. I can buy my Tiamat. We know that Void Grubs are coming up. I have level 6, so I want to get on the map and play. I want to get my items, get on the map and play. So I don't go to blue here because of that reason. I'm level 6. I can maybe help mid if Yi shows up. There's nothing to do now because Qiyana's dead. We don't see Aurora top yet. So I might as well just hit my blue. And I'm looking to invade the Raptors at this point. It's a little risky because Kayle is recalling here, but I do have first move with Jace. I also, again, like I'm really strong right here. I know I'm stronger than Yi right now. I know I'm probably stronger than Qiyana because she'd use her ult. So I'm not too worried. Like I kind of want to fight this. And so I'm sitting here waiting. I know like he's probably gonna go for these Raptors, but I'm hoping like this Qiyana just goes to help. Like she runs over here to try to help. She does. She unfortunately sees Jace. That's really awkward. I think that flash was like a bit much. Like, there's no way we're killing her here, right? Because she has the invis. Yeah. So we just use our prio here to get the grubs. It's fine. Raven actually gets a kill again, but traded with Tristana. The reason I skip my top side here is because I need to get to my bot side because as soon as they see that I took grubs, it's very easy for Yi to just kind of run to my bot side camps. So I don't want to waste time on my Gromp or my wolves here. I need to get my bot camps so I don't get invaded. And then we gotta see, okay, he didn't try to invade my raptors, so is he doing dragon? And we see him on dragon. Again, I'm strong. He is level 7, but I am stronger than you right now. I'm not afraid of him. I also have Kayle move. I already have Rel with me. This is all fine. I'm down to fight. We see Qiyana. We get a pick on Draven. Good stuff. Dodge the Qiyana ult. Fight with my team here. I don't want to go too deep for the Yi. We just take the Qiyana. Now we have enough pressure to get this dragon. So I feel like my early game was pretty solid for the most part. I think the only thing was the gank bottom at level 4. I think it was fine to go for the Draven because of the fact that we had Rel. Like we could just, again, chain CC him 100 to 0, he dies. But it's a quick thing, right? You want to think about, okay, Master Yi can roam to this fight. So we just want to do a quick chain CC the Draven, kill him, and disengage. Chasing the Nico was definitely a terrible mistake. We got lucky, but it was a mistake for sure. This is kind of greedy too. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm essentially just trying to zone them so that they don't kill the Tristana, but it's just a waste of time. Just hit my camps, right? I should just be hitting camps or going back to get my item. I think I need 1450 at this point to get the... I should have it in pocket. I don't know why. I just run it and die, dude. This is so bad. This is so unnecessary. I think it's because Kale TPs, so I kind of get baited into this. Like, I shouldn't... I don't know why Kale TPs to this either. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense because she has no ult. I mean, she just bought, I think, maybe, is what her thought process is. Yeah, she just completed her Nashor's too. But I just don't think it's worth it. It's such a low percentage play, and it's like, it's very low impact too. Like, sure, we'll kill them. We might be able to kill these two, but like, what does it accomplish? Not really much of anything, I'll be honest. So, it doesn't really accomplish anything besides getting Kale more fed, I guess. Which is, it's, yeah, of course it's good, but it's like very low impact. It's like they already have the wave shove too, so they're not even, it's not like we're denying much XP either. It's not like we're denying them a wave or something. It's more just cool. Kale gets a kill. Doesn't she only gets one too? That's like the horrible part. It's just like such a bad play. I think that was probably one of her worst plays. I just need to recall. Maybe ping the Kale. Tell her this is really dumb. We shouldn't be doing this. It's just over forcing and over complicating the game for no reason. And I think that's just like a problem with diamond players. Probably anyone diamond below, right? Clearing is fine. Probably go to crab here. I was thinking here, this was an interesting point where I was like, I don't know if I should go to crab. It's kind of a, it's like a waste in tempo almost. Because like, I have 3 camps on bot side that I could be clearing. And as sooner I can get to bot lane, the sooner I can impact bot lane. Like again, ganking bot lane's super easy. Gonna want to keep going there. Draven's 5 and 5, like he is the problem point essentially, but we are strong enough to be able to kill him, so we should just keep him down, I think. And so I'm thinking like I could go to crab here and take crab, but it's gonna slow my clear a lot. So I wasn't sure if this was the right call or not, but I ended up going crab. We see, so we end up seeing Yi on this ward. I remember this. We end up seeing Master Yi on this ward. He's like, and I even ping it. I even ping it that he's there. And I think Kale goes, they go for a play, even though we knew Yi was bot, and I was kind of upset about this one. But again, I think this is partly my fault. Again, like I ended up going for the invade because I saw they were making a play and I wasn't going to be able to make it in time for the play. We saw Yi bot. I saw that my team was going for a play, even though we knew he was there and I wasn't. So my adaptation was like, I'm gonna just, okay, fine, I'll take his red buff that's spawning, and then maybe I can dive top. Um, I don't think it's actually good though. I think the better play would have been just, again, skipping the crab and just using my tempo to... I could have been on Raptors, and then as soon as I see Kale moving down bot, then I can actually move down with her. And then I could have been here for this play probably. Because like right here, right? Like, I mean, I'm done with... Like, she's still in mid when I'm done with these. And she's clearing this wave, and I could have been going to Raptors, hitting my Raptor camp. And then when she's done with that wave, I can just match with her. Yeah. So I think going for this crab is incorrect. Super greedy, I guess. Yeah, super greedy. I just wanted everything, right? I wanted crab and my camps, you know, but I can't do that. It's so dumb that the pet doesn't kill. This is annoying thing about the pet. This is one thing, I actually made a post about this. I'm like, dude, can Riot get rid of the freaking jungle pet already? It's so annoying, right here. It should die to the pet attack, but because the pet's too far, it actually didn't do damage. But if it wasn't, if the damage, the DPS that your jungle item did wasn't tied to this stupid pet that exists on the map, and it instead was just a passive on the jungle item, this wouldn't happen. The scuttle crab would just die. It's so annoying, and then I have to go back and kill it. It wastes so much time. And I think that's why I decided ultimately to just go to the red buff, because I see that they're, I mean, I think the main thing was that we saw Yi on the ward, and I'm like, Bro, if he's on the ward and we know he's bot, my team shouldn't fight, right? They should just play passive here. But of course, they fight anyway. I decided to go to the red because I knew Yi was bot, and I thought my team knew Yi was bot, and we could just play chill while I steal his dual sneaky red steal. But I think this is just bad in general. I think this was just a bad decision in general. I should have literally just went Raptors. Jace dies here. This was so awkward. I don't know, man. I think it's fine. I kind of screwed Jace, huh? At the same time, though, I think this is one of those things where Jace needs to understand his role here in the dive, and that just he could just take tower aggro. Like he already got an assist right there, and he can just take tower aggro from range, and then my ult I can just ult in and kill her, and he can just chill on the side, and he wouldn't have to flash. I could also have played it better though too, to be fair. I think dropping tower aggro might have been dumb. I think I was trying to buy time because we have no vision of her yet, and I didn't want to just charge the tower up for no reason. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just bad timing in general because the wave wasn't quite in, but I still think like, yeah, we could have... Jace could have played it better, I could have played it better. Maybe I shouldn't have dropped tower aggro there, but... I don't think... Maybe, yeah, maybe I should have kept tower aggro, and then I could have just... I tank tower aggro till she appears, then ult her. And then Jace takes tower aggro. I just don't know. I don't think heating the tower up was very smart. I think it's like, again, I think the best play here is to not heat the tower up. Because like if I tank tower aggro for 2 shots and then ult her, it doesn't matter. Jace is going to get blasted by this thing. So I think it's better if we just chill like out of tower range. And he just runs in and takes tower for no reason. If we just chill out of tower range for a little bit, and then if he doesn't Q in there, I could probably just kill her myself. Because I still have my E up. He didn't actually need to do any damage here. It's okay. See what the next big play is here. So I'm just clearing. I'm okay with trading Dragon for Herald here because it would get us... I have Void Grubs, I have Dragon, so that'll get us boots, feats of strength, so... So we have 4 people topside for this, but we just don't have a wave, so this dive goes horribly. They have 3 people mid and then Yi on the bot side here. We figure this is probably a decent dive, but we just don't have a wave, so we need to go, I think. The issue is I don't think Rel understands that. Well, Kale shows up a little early, to be fair. I think if Kale didn't show on the wave so early, then they wouldn't have moved as early as they did. And I think honestly, I should have just kept going. That was a big mistake on my part here. Yeah, I dropped tower aggro again. Like, I don't know. I think I actually botched this. Like, as soon as I tank tower aggro here, just keep going. I should have just kept going. Because I have ult, I can reset it. And then Rel takes it. Even if Rel dies, it's not a big deal. That's disappointing. Jace dies. It's really bad. And then we end up getting cleaned up. To be fair, Kale's this entire game too has done really freaking weird ults. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure what that ult was. So I'm tanking. I don't know why Kale ulted there. I'm gonna be honest. Kind of weird. but it's okay. I think she thought Aurora could burst her, but it is what it is. We ended up botching this play, so I don't know. And I wonder if this tower dive is any good. I think it's fine. I don't know. Maybe we didn't need to do it. Maybe we just try to go for the Herald here. Or we could have just been more patient. I think like if Kale doesn't show on the wave, it's a little different because we could just be a little bit more patient and wait for the wave. Because there's also an argument for she probably didn't see us at all here. Oh, she saw on that ward actually. Right here. Yeah. But we could just chill, like wait for Jace to push the wave in. Nico's already roaming up. Hmm. Yeah, it's just a botched tower dive. I don't know. I feel like I would still do this. I think we just, I think we just played it wrong. Like we just didn't execute correctly on the tower dive. I think if I just kept going instead of dropping the tower aggro and trolling my teammates there, I think the dive goes a little bit better. We end up losing the boots because they get the Herald and the Dragon. Oh no, we don't lose the boots, sorry. They get 2 objectives now, and so it's 2-2. And so whoever gets the next Dragon or Otacon gets the boots. Oh, actually, I didn't play too terribly, I don't think. I think the biggest thing was just greeting level 4 for the extended fight on trying to kill Nico was really greedy. It worked out, but I don't think it was the right play. And then when we tunneled in, it was like after Dragon, I think? It was after Dragon we took Dragon, and then yeah, we took the Dragon, and then I think it was after that, where it's like Tristana just wants to back here, right? Like she doesn't want to stick around. This is a waste of time. Kale's recalling. And I shouldn't have listened to this ping. I should have been telling her no, 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 like back pinging her and just hitting my Krugs. Or going back myself because I had 1300 gold. I think I could have bought my item here. Let's see, when I died, what do I buy? Do I buy item? Yeah, I do. I had it in pocket, so there's really no reason to force this play. That was really bad. I think those are my worst plays for the rest of that game. Yeah, this is where we die. Oh no, this is a different play? Oh yeah, this was sick, by the way. I guess I'll end on this one. This is pretty awesome. I don't know how we ended up actually losing this. I'm gonna be real. So, let's see the setup of this. We want to get this dragon because we know it's spawning here soon, and Otacon's also spawning, so all the play's going to happen down here. This is where the game's going to be decided, essentially, it feels like. I'm sweeping for vision. We know Draven's mid. Our entire team's here, so we just want to get prio for this dragon on mid wave. It'd be nice if Tristana was actually hitting this wave instead of sitting in the jungle. So I'm just trying to be sneaky here because this is one of the best positions for Rek'Sai here. As this river bush is actually really strong for Rek'Sai because the fact that you can play over the walls. They can't walk through it without being killed, and if they try to walk around the safe route, quote unquote, I can still pick them off here, right? I can just tunnel over this wall. So I play around this because I know Draven is kind of like the biggest threat. Kiana's obviously very strong as well, but she's definitely a lot harder to kill. Um, And so I'm just moving in with my team because we actually didn't have vision here. So we didn't actually know if Yu was hitting the Otacon or not because Otacon was up before Dragon. So they might have been trying to sneak the Otacon before Dragon popping up. So we kind of had to move forward a little bit to try to get vision. We see Kiana's in this bush now. And then I see Draven. I ended up actually just staying here because I wanted to get Tremor Sense on Draven because we knew Draven was in mid, right? So I was essentially just marking him the whole time. And I see Yi here, so I'm like, okay, we just chill here. Yeah, we need to move forward because we don't know if they're trying to just sneak Otacon. And then I'm just gonna hug this banana bush and make sure that my team doesn't get flanked on from the Yi, Kiana, and Draven. But then we end up seeing Kiana here, which is nice. But then I'm spotting Tremor Sense right here. I'm like, I know exactly who this is. This is the Draven, so let's just kill him, right? I get a good pick on Draven. I can kill him myself. Unfortunately, my team, though, is fighting... Rel just kind of goes in on Kiana and the Nico, which isn't really the greatest targets, considering Kiana and Nico's ult are both very good at peeling after an engage has happened, too, so... Not the greatest decision by RL. Just gets kind of chunked out. But we do trade Rel for Draven, so it's kind of worth. We do know now Kiana doesn't have ult, Nico doesn't have ult. So I'm just playing back here. Because I think, actually, I didn't know. I didn't know that Kiana and Nico both ulted to kill the Rel, because I was so focused on the Draven kill, I didn't see what happened, unfortunately. So I'm just trying to play back when I shouldn't have. I should have just kind of went in. I didn't know, though. I had no idea. Yeah, I played scared for no reason. This tunnel was really bad. Played so scared. Yeah. And so this was really awkward because like now we have Rel is dead. Kayle had used all she has to recall, and our Jace is pretty much out of the fight as well. So it's really awkward. It's just me and Tristana now. And so I'm just playing kind of sneakily here, trying to get vision on people. I see someone here. He unfortunately kills our Kayle. How did that even happen? Did she TP back in and just die? That was crazy. Oh my god, that Aurora damage. That was disgusting. What? Boom! Oh my god. She used like 2 abilities. And it says she procced Electrocute, so she hit her twice or 3 times. It almost looked like she almost hit her twice though. What was this? So she Qs. She must have got an auto attack in there, huh? To get the proc. I don't know how Aurora works, to be honest. Maybe her Q procs twice. And that's what procs is it. Procs the Electrocute. Yeah, I mean, kind of looks like it, right? That was weird. Alright. I don't know how Aurora works. So, we kind of just assume this is probably gone. We might lose this. But I don't see them on Dragon, so I assume they're doing Otacon now. And we see Draven and Nico here, so I actually just try to go for the Yi because I'm like, oh, Yi's probably trying to do this by himself. And I get an amazing Q snipe. Getting us the boots. I end up dying, but I'd say it's kind of worth. And I guess the rest of the game, I don't really know if I have to really go over. It's probably pretty good for the self-VOD review. 20 minutes in the game. Everything after that is just kind of team fighting. You know, the decision making isn't really huge after that, so. Team cleans up. We have a Kayle. We just fight with our Tristana, fight with our Kayle. This game got really hard too because I feel like Kayle was making really questionable decisions. I have to see if I was actually at fault here as well in the late game. So I think this pick is fine, but Tristana jumps away from me and Rel, which is really awkward. Like, we get the pick on Draven, that's fine. But right here, when Yi flashes on her, She like jumps away from it. Like I could just get the knock up. I don't know why she jumps away. So I had to flash to save her. And it doesn't even work out. She ends up dying anyway. This was awkward too. Um, she just has so many tools because she gets Zonias. Um, she has so many tools to keep me from killing her. Her flash got me, and then she stuns, and then I just can't do anything. I'm rooted forever. I end up dying here. Yeah, this chase was just over. This is over chasing essentially. Killing these fine, but I don't know why we're chasing. We have Kale and Tristana are dead. Like this is kind of ridiculous. I'm just kind of following the Rel. Got brain controlled. So yeah, again, I think it's just more thinking bigger picture, zooming out a little bit more. Again, I just got to keep working on that. Uh, Making sure I'm not overextending for plays and not thinking about what other people can do on the map. So like seeing a support all by themselves and we have number advantage, be like, okay, is there anyone else that can move to this fight before I actually choose to go to it? You know, look at the minimap, look at the positioning. Remember, he did a top to bot clear, so he's probably on bot side. I think just looking at bigger picture. Same here. We end up getting caught and die here because we followed the Rel into a bad play, even though our Tristana and our Kale were dead. There wasn't really an objective to get even off of this, so it's just like, there's no point to chase this. It's just kind of, yeah, it's just pointless. I mean, the Tristana and Rel went for a play onto the Draven. They killed the Draven. They did what they wanted to. We killed the Yi, and it's like, okay, the play's kind of over. And I get it, like, okay, Yi's dead and Draven's dead. Sure, it's like matches our mid and bot in a way, but like, what are we gonna get off of this if we chase this? What's the point? It's a 2v2 anyway. Sure, Jace is coming, but there could be someone here. Oh, it's not even a 2v2, it's just Nico, right? That's our clone. But yeah, there could be a Kiana in this bush, right? We don't know. Could be Kiana and Aurora in this bush. We have no idea. So this is just a really dumb play. Okay, just looking bigger picture, making sure to zoom out, look at the minimap, count heads, see how many people are on the map and who can respond before actually making a play. I think that's probably the biggest thing I need to work on top of making sure I am really digging deep in the details of my lane matchups, so I know exactly where I should be pathing my early game plan of where I'm pathing. This game, I think I did a good job of analyzing that, and yeah, just still gotta keep working on the remembering to zoom out before I actually like tunnel in on a kill. That's all from me.